Hey brothers. No. I'm not doing that. I don't know why I did that. Hi. I'm back for like 2 seconds, 2 minutes, however long this video is. So I'm here to teach you how to Ollie because I've had some people ask, both friends and not friends, family, not family, be like, hey Premier, how you do that little jumping thing? How you do that? Like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, dude, me neither. Let's learn together. That's how I'm gonna do this. Like, you're asking me to teach you how to do things. It's like, you think I'm good at this? You really believe that? You think I'm good at this? So, we're gonna learn together. Honestly, first things first, you always wanna start off with just comfortability on the board and balance. There's a lot of people who get ahead of themselves even after they learn an Ollie. They're like, I want to learn how to kick flip. I want to learn how to heel flip. I want to learn how to tray flip. And it's like, you can't even stand on the board, dude. Like, you're shooting for the stars. That's great, but like, you gotta have the gun first, my friend. Before you even try to start doing any of that, I say like get real, maybe not super, like I spent a copious amount of time just skateboarding, upwards of 7 years. I don't recommend that because that was a lot of time that I wasted that I could have learned how to do tricks, but I didn't. I was just cruising around the city. Not really too bad, not the best either. You like the Shadow? Me too. He's super cool. I like him, bro. Yeah, so just spend time getting used to being on the board, because if you're not used to being on the board, then you can't really get used to bringing the board into the air and then landing back onto it safely. It's just the simple truth. But I mean, let's get into it. You got balance down, right? You got it? Cool. So that's what you need. You need balance, you need patience, and you need coordination. Got him. With your feet. With these. First thing I always teach people in class, because you already know, I'm a skate instructor. That's kind of dope. I'll talk about that some other time. Alright, there's a little bit of paper there. Tail of the board back here. This is your back foot. If you're comfortable riding on a skateboard, that means like you know how to kick turn, you know how to do all that other stuff. I can maybe go over that at some point. Anyway, tail, front foot, back foot, front foot, tail, probably like the middle of the board. What you want to do is like have your front foot right behind the bolts, and then you're gonna pop back, scrape. We're not jumping. We're just popping the tail down, have the board up, scrape your foot, come back down. You need to get really used to doing this, because I'm telling you now, I've been skating, like I said, since I was 7. I didn't start actually doing tricks until I was like 14. I'm 19 now. That's a very long time to just now get your Ollies coming down. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. You guys are really good. Like, there's people out there who just like naturally pick stuff up really fast. I don't get jealous, not one bit. I never get jealous. But yeah, so pop, scrape, come down. Pop, scrape, come down. Boom, you're doing that. Just doing that. And you want to practice that for a cool minute until you get used to that. It's muscle memory. We all know what that means. Like, you want to train your legs into being used to just doing that motion so you can just do it off the cuff. Excuse me. Once you got that down, or at least you feel like you do, then you can start throwing your jump in there. So right in between, this is where a lot of people get confused, because they might throw the jump in at the wrong time. So rather than like doing it this way where you're supposed to pop and like jump and scrape at the same time, like it's a little, you have to get the timing down at first and it's going to be confusing. So what I recommend might help, and like skateboarding isn't something it's not like math where there's one way to learn it. This means 2, this means 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Like, that's not how skateboarding works. Skateboarding is all about just how you learn how to do it. So like for me, I learned how to pop shove it before I learned how to Ollie. My pop shoves, 9 times out of 10 are pretty nice. My Ollies are just not getting to that point. There's some people where Ollieing is going to be their first trick. There's some people where they're going to learn how to kick flip before they learn how to pop shove it. Some people, like, my rotation tricks are great. I got them pretty much down, while my flip tricks are kind of rusty and kind of bad. And for other people, they got flip tricks down, they can't really do rotation tricks, or like they got grinds really early, but they can't do flat that well, and vice versa. It's all about what's good for you. If what I'm saying helps you, perfect. If it doesn't, that's tough, bro. Go to the skate park, go watch other videos. Like, I'm not even saying I'm the best. I'm not the best teacher. I'm not the best skater. I'm just trying to help because sometimes I can be helpful, apparently. Who knew? You throw the jump in like right after the pop, so it's like you're instead of like tilting all the way back on that back foot, you kind of want to just tap it. Like your foot's going like that. Like you can even, if you want to, practice like not standing on the board, just have one foot on the tail. Just practice, my bad fam. Just practice popping that joint, just boom, boom. And you're doing it with your toe, because it's not your whole foot, because then all your weight's going like right to the back of the board, and you don't want your weight to go with it. You just want your feet, you just want to push off the ground like with your tippy toes. You're kind of like literally just jumping, but this leg's coming up first, then this one. And obviously, as this leg's coming up, it's also kind of scraping the board. Because you also see that if you just pop the board by like with one foot, your board is gonna, rather than, it's not gonna just go like this, it's gonna like come back. It's gonna come straight back. And that's happening while you jump. It's just that that front foot, it's stopping it from flinging backwards. So it's kind of going like this because the front foot's on top of it. And then with the front foot, you're scraping and that levels out the board. And then both feet are pushing down at the same time to bring it down. Excuse me? I mean, honestly, there's no need to describe it in multiple different ways. Like, I don't want this to be a super long video. One thing I always want to remind people is to just like, it's hecka hard. Trust me, I know. It's hecka hard to just be patient and just sit there and like legit practice a trick. Like I had to, now I do it, but like when I first started learning, that's what I felt. That's why I feel like I'm not as good as I want to be now, because I just didn't spend time practicing. Like I'll get the ollie down and be like, bet. Now I'm gonna try the kickflip. I landed once, bet. Now I'm gonna get the varial. Landed once, bet. Now I'm gonna get the 3-shove. And it's like, these are all tricks that I kind of can do, but I'd probably have them a lot better if I legit just like spent, maybe not a whole day, but like a good 30 minutes to an hour. Just like, all right, for this whole hour, I'm only ollieing. And it doesn't have to be like stationary. Like for me, I can't do tricks stationary. Don't know why. Doesn't work out. Most other people can. I can't. I can't do tricks on grass. Don't know why. I learned my tricks better by rolling and doing it, like just throwing myself out there. So if you're like me and you like to just throw yourself out there, then just send it, to be honest. Just do it and you'll get it. Man gets what he strives for. And I'm not talking about the gender man, I'm talking about man as in the species of humans. Anyway, like just practice. Just practice, just practice, just practice. Because you're not gonna, like, I'm telling you now, this is a straight up fact, you're not going anywhere in skateboarding if you don't have a good ollie. Like, you can learn all these tricks, but you're not gonna have anything until you have the ollie, because it's literally the trick, it's the formula that leads to every other trick. Like, that's literally like the history of skateboarding. Like, the first trick was the ollie, and then that led to other things. You can't do anything else until you at least get the formula of the ollie right. So like, just practice. I'll see you guys in the next video. I still don't have an intro, nor do I have an outro. I don't really think I need one, 'cause I don't care.